Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program. Today, we've got a mix of financial updates, economic insights, and intriguing social issues to discuss. First up, Hong Kong stocks took a hit following the attempted assassination of former U.S. President Donald Trump and some disappointing economic data from China. The Hang Seng Index dropped by 0.6%, with tech giants like Baidu, Alibaba, and Tencent all experiencing losses. China's second quarter GDP growth also came in below expectations, adding to the market's woes. Next, China's economic growth has slowed to 4.7% in the second quarter of 2024, falling short of the forecasted 5.1%. This has intensified calls for more effective stimulus measures to combat the ongoing property crisis, weak consumer demand, and escalating trade tensions. Analysts are warning that without strong policy support, the slowdown could continue in the coming months. Lastly, an increase in pet smuggling from mainland China has led to a rise in the number of abandoned cats in Hong Kong. According to the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, SPCA, many of these dumped cats are unchipped pedigree breeds, suggesting they were smuggled in illegally. The SPCA is now facing overcrowding in its shelters and a drop in adoption rates. Please stay tuned for more details on these stories. South China Morning Post reported that Hong Kong stocks tumbled following an assassination attempt on former U.S. President Donald Trump and disappointing Chinese economic data. The Hang Seng Index dropped 0.6% to 18,180.11, with technology stocks leading the decline. Baidu, Alibaba, and Tencent saw significant losses. The market was further disheartened by China's second quarter GDP growth of 4.7%, falling short of the 5.1% forecast. Retail sales also underperformed, growing only 2% year-on-year in June. Tim Waterer, chief market analyst at KCM Trade, noted that the weak domestic demand in China was a significant factor. Investors are now closely watching the third plenum of the 20th Party Congress for potential economic reforms. Meanwhile, GL Carling Technology Holding made a modest gain in its Hong Kong trading debut, while other major Asian markets showed mixed results. Nikkei Asia highlighted that China's GDP growth slowed to 4.7% in the second quarter, missing forecasts and raising calls for more effective stimulus measures as the third plenum of the Communist Party begins. The National Bureau of Statistics described the economic performance as generally stable but acknowledged the complex external environment and insufficient domestic demand. Analysts warn that without strong policy support, the economy could slow further due to the prolonged property crisis, weak consumer demand, and escalating trade tensions. Despite efforts to boost the property market and consumer spending, investment in property dropped 10.1% in the first half of the year, and retail sales grew only 2% in June. Industrial production showed a slight increase, but the overall economic outlook remains cautious. The central bank maintained the one-year medium-term lending facility rate at 2.5%, and the jobless rate stabilized at 5% in June. South China Morning Post also reported an increase in pet smuggling from mainland China, contributing to an 11% rise in abandoned cats in Hong Kong. The Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, SPCA, took in 767 cats in the first half of the year, many of which were unchipped pedigree breeds. The spokeswoman for SPCA noted that smuggled animals often arrive ill, leading owners to abandon them. Photos on the NGO's Facebook account depicted cats with eye illnesses and overcrowded cages. The charity has also seen a drop in adoption rates post-COVID-19, with some cats housed in dog cages due to lack of space. The SPCA is working to balance the need for adoption with ensuring suitable matches between pets and owners. Criticism has arisen over the charity turning away potential adopters, but the SPCA stresses the importance of responsible pet ownership. Hong Kong authorities have seized numerous illegally imported pets and are working with mainland authorities to combat smuggling. South China Morning Post. Of all the aspects of human culture, perhaps none unites us so thoroughly as sport. A celebration of physical and mental achievement, and of the people who push themselves to their very limits, the world of sport shows the finest of the human spirit in action. Chanel's new Haute Joaillerie sport collection captures this spirit, celebrating freedom, movement, and sporting achievement with a touch of the Maison's signature sophistication. The 80-piece collection includes a necklace, earrings, and 2 rings, one of which features a fully transformable design. Magnificent cashmere sapphires set in these pieces blend Chanel's unmistakable glamour with sporty styling. Classic Chanel motifs are reinterpreted through a sports-influenced lens, with the number 5 refashioned in the style of a precision timer and the brand's lion symbol transformed into a dramatic coat of arms. The collection also introduces playful elements like a gold slider shaped like a button and a reinterpretation of sports sweater drawstrings. The 5 sapphires at the collection's heart are the finest ever used by Chanel, weighing between 4.40 and 17.18 carats. These gems are accentuated by custom-cut rubies, emeralds, and diamonds, showcasing the perfect blend of sport and haute couture. South China Morning Post. One of Hong Kong's most highly anticipated openings this summer was the unveiling of Hermès' newly expanded store in Lee Gardens, Causeway Bay. This French maison has been a pioneer in this luxurious shopping district since 1997, and the new boutique continues to offer an impressive luxury experience while showcasing Hermès' connection between nature, traditional craftsmanship, and Hong Kong's contemporary energy. Designed by Parisian architecture agency RDAI, the store draws inspiration from the nearby natural landscape, with each floor commemorating a unique facet of the region. Spanning 3 spacious floors, the boutique invites visitors to explore Hermès' 16 métiers, embodying unbridled creativity and exceptional craftsmanship. The store's exterior stone facade, inspired by Hong Kong's masonry wall trees, undulates like long aerial roots. Inside, the ground floor features Grex lights and Hermès Faubourg mosaic, guiding guests through the women's and men's silk and fashion jewelry collections. The lower floor houses ready-to-wear collections, equestrian goods, and homewares, while the first floor showcases leather, watches, and jewelry in an intimate wooden cocoon. Locally sourced materials and innovative design treatments enhance the store's unique atmosphere, complemented by equestrian-themed works and pieces from the Émile Hermès collection. South China Morning Post. As beautiful and miraculous as natural gemstones are, their true potential can only be discovered in the hands of visionary designers like Taiwanese jeweler Cindy Chow. Celebrating 20 years of artistry, Chow's work with diamonds, rubies, sapphires, and emeralds has crafted her coveted black label masterpieces and white label collection. Private collectors and world-leading museums have propelled the sale of these creations to record heights. Chow's ability to capture nature's fleeting moments using precious stones speaks to her profound talent. With a family history in design and the arts, Chow manipulates proportions and dimensions to enhance the natural beauty of any gem. Her dedication to craftsmanship involves thousands of hours from inception to the final setting in titanium. Utilizing the lost technique of wax sculpting, Chow's organic and architectural designs are meticulously made by hand. Her 20th anniversary collection includes the leaf and dragonfly brooches, showcasing her mastery of titanium, a challenging material in high jewelry. The leaf brooches depict foliage through the seasons, with anodized titanium stems and leaves adorned with diamonds and emeralds. The dragonfly brooches, dedicated to Chow's journey as a designer, feature intricate titanium joints supporting diamonds and sapphires, forming delicate wings. Financial Times, Malaysia's billionaire king, Sultan Ibrahim Iskandar, is making efforts to revive the $100 billion Forest City real estate project, a joint venture between Malaysia and China, which has struggled due to the economic downturn in China. launched in 2014, Forest City was envisioned as a luxury development with homes for 700,000 people. However, a recent visit revealed it to be more of a ghost town, with empty apartments and quiet streets. The Chinese developer, Country Garden, has faced financial difficulties, leading to only 15% of the project being built. Sultan Ibrahim, who became king in January, has taken a more active role in the project, aiming to reposition it as a commercial district and include it in a proposed special economic zone between Johor and Singapore. Despite the setbacks, there are signs of life in the existing commercial and leisure parts of Forest City, such as a fully booked golf course and a hotel with a 70% occupancy rate. However, many units remain unsold or are available for resale at lower prices, highlighting the challenges of attracting residents to this ambitious project. South China Morning Post. In Hong Kong, the Transport and Logistics Bureau's proposal to legalize ride-hailing services like Uber received mixed reactions. While initially positive, closer scrutiny revealed that proper legalization might not happen until 2026. This situation reflects broader concerns about the city's economic growth forecasts and public finances. Despite a projected GDP growth of 2.5 to 3.5% for the year, Hong Kong's economy has been volatile, with significant fluctuations over the past 5 years. The government has been dipping into its accumulated savings, leading to a call for higher charges for public services to restore fiscal balance. Increases in fees for accident and emergency services, university tuition, water supplies, and public housing rents are expected. The government has promised to restore fiscal balance over the next 3 years, but this will likely mean limited scope for new initiatives and higher charges for services. The public is aware of the need for financial prudence, but there is a call for more transparent communication about the true state of the city's finances. South China Morning Post. Hong Kong has seen a nearly 12% increase in shoplifting offenses, with police attributing some cases to psychological issues rather than financial need. Police clinical psychologist Michael Fung Ho Kin explained that some individuals steal as a coping mechanism to deal with stress, seeking excitement rather than economic value. From January to May, police recorded 3,678 thefts from shops, with 135 repeat offenders. Many shoplifters were found to have sufficient money to pay for the items they stole. Non-governmental organization Side by Side noted that more than half of the offenders they counseled did not have money problems, with some acting out of loneliness or bottled-up emotions. Chief Inspector Kelly Choi Wing-yuk highlighted that most shoplifters acted on impulse or for personal gain, with stolen goods ranging from inexpensive items to high-value products. Seasonal patterns also influenced thefts, with wine and chocolates popular during the holiday season and ice cream and fruit targeted in summer. Fung warned that using theft as a way to boost mood is a vicious cycle, leading to feelings of guilt and further emotional lows. South China Morning Post. The Hong Kong Monetary Authority, HKMA, is meticulously charting the future of digital banking in the city, focusing on the role of artificial intelligence, AI, in reshaping the banking workforce. The HKMA, which issued 8 virtual bank licenses in 2019 to foster innovation and competition, is set to complete a review by year-end to determine the sector's trajectory over the next decade. Deputy CEO Arthur Yuan Kwok-heng highlighted that these digital banks, which operate without physical branches, have significantly reduced fees and enhanced competition. With 2.2 million customers by the end of last year, these banks are now under scrutiny to ensure they meet customer needs and address talent shortages. Yuan emphasized the importance of training staff for new roles in wealth management or green finance as AI takes over certain tasks. Reflecting on his extensive career, Yuan, who has been a pivotal figure in the HKMA since 1996, underscored the importance of managing risks rather than merely reducing them. He also expressed concerns about operational risks and the rising threat of bank scams, advocating for robust data backup systems and public education to mitigate these risks. South China Morning Post. Amidst a thunderstorm, the Hong Kong women's football team triumphed over Indonesia with a 4-1 victory, raising concerns about player safety. Head coach Ricardo Rambo expressed his worries as the match, played on a waterlogged artificial pitch at the Hong Kong Football Club, continued despite the hazardous conditions. Midfielder Fu Chiuman was injured and taken away by ambulance after a heavy collision. The adverse weather severely impacted the gameplay, making dribbling and passing difficult. Despite these challenges, the referee decided to complete the match. Rambo stressed the need for better attention to safety in future games. The match's venue, an artificial pitch, sparked questions about why natural grass pitches weren't provided for such significant fixtures. Rambo acknowledged that while local teams are accustomed to artificial surfaces, natural grass would have been preferable. The local football association aims to increase fixtures for the women's team, with upcoming international matches and participation in the Asian Women's Champions League. Despite the rain-soaked conditions, the Hong Kong team showcased resilience and skill, setting a strong foundation for future competitions. South China Morning Post. An immersive exhibition at Tai Kwun Arts and Heritage Center celebrates the golden age of Cantopop, spotlighting the legendary partnership of lyricist James Wong Jim and composer Joseph Koo Ka Fai. Their collaboration, which began in 1972, produced iconic songs like the unofficial Hong Kong anthem Below the Lion Rock, shaping the city's cultural identity during times of change. The exhibition, titled Soundtrack of Our Lives, recreates nostalgic scenes such as a 1970s Hong Kong apartment living room, reflecting the era when Cantopop emerged. Curated by musicologist Joanna Lee, the show delves into the duo's impact on mass media and their role in transitioning from public broadcasts to portable music players and digital technology. Highlights include a retro cafe, an audiovisual repair shop, and a recreation of Koo and Wong's workspaces. The exhibition features autographed scores, commercial jingles, and personal commentaries from experts, offering deep insights into their music's blend of Chinese and Western elements. Running for 7 weeks, the exhibition aims to educate and evoke nostalgia, with additional activities like lyric writing workshops and film screenings planned to further celebrate their legacy. South China Morning Post. The Chinese University of Hong Kong, CUHK, is set to launch academic centers in Qianhai, Shenzhen, and Nansha, Guangzhou, to spearhead medical research and clinical trials, enhancing the Greater Bay Area's innovation landscape. This initiative, in collaboration with mainland Chinese authorities and hospitals, aims to meet the increasing medical demands of Hong Kongers and foster cross-border scientific development. Professor Justin Wu Che-Yuan highlighted the surge in Hong Kong patients seeking faster, more affordable healthcare across the border post-COVID-19. The first center, an international medical hub at the Shenzhen China Merchants Lippo Prince Bay Hospital, will debut in Qianhai, followed by a gastrointestinal innovation center. In Nansha, CUHK will partner with Guangzhou First People's Hospital Nansha branch to create an international integrated medical center focusing initially on gerontechnology and rehabilitation. This strategic expansion seeks to integrate advanced mainland medical technologies into Hong Kong and solidify CUHK's role in the Bay Area's medical research ecosystem. South China Morning Post. OCBC Group, Singapore's banking titan, is broadening its wealth management and corporate banking operations in Macau to capitalize on the Greater Bay Area's economic potential and counteract the decline in mortgage lending. CEO Kelvin Lu Pahong emphasized wealth management as a pivotal growth driver, aligning with Macau's diversification policies to reduce casino dependency. OCBC's strategy includes upgrading its branches to cater to wealth management clients, leveraging Macau's tourism influx, particularly from Greater Bay Area cities. The bank's acquisition of Wing Hang Bank in 2014 bolstered its presence, making it the second largest bank in Macau with significant assets. The government's 1+4 strategy has attracted diverse sectors, enhancing OCBC's corporate banking business. The bank now focuses on wealth management, offering insurance and numerous fund products, appealing to investors from Macau and nearby cities like Zhuhai and Zhongshan, who seek personalized banking services. South China Morning Post. Morgan Eastwood, Clint Eastwood's youngest daughter, recently wed Tanner Koopmans in an intimate, European-style ceremony at Mission Ranch in Carmel, California. The couple exchanged vows on June 15, surrounded by 130 guests, including Morgan's 7 siblings and her legendary 94-year-old father. The bride, who is expecting her first child, a baby girl, embraced a relaxed wedding style, doing her own makeup and wearing velvet heels she already owned. Morgan, 27, had initially wished for an elopement, but her husband preferred a larger celebration, leading to a perfect blend of intimacy and festivity. Morgan, involved in the entertainment industry through minor acting roles and reality TV, now enjoys a low-key life with Tanner, a sales consultant at Swell Energy. Clint Eastwood, who has 8 children from various relationships, expressed a shift in his parenting approach, prioritizing his daughter Morgan over career pursuits in his later years. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Turn on the TV screen, see the world unseen. China's on the news tonight, history in the spotlight. Scroll through my phone again, find out where to begin. Stories from the east to west, learning from the very best. News in China every day, learning in a fun new way. From the cities to the farms, feel the heartbeat, feel the charm. Tales in modern times, mountains high and river rise, culture rich in every town, golden driving never down. Every headline a new friend, from beginning to the end, connecting hearts through every word. Story always first. News in China every day, learning a fun new way. From the cities to the farms, feel the heartbeat, feel the charm. A new friend, from beginning to the end, connecting hearts through every word. China story